Stoplight. Okay, well, we have another one of these. Ah, what? Is that an enemy? I guess it's an enemy. Can I spin jump on it? I guess I can. Is there a light anywhere? Ah, I think I understand now. Sprites stop if the light is off. Okay. Which may be necessary to solve our conundrum. Alright, I'm liking this so far, aside from the fact that I can't see what I'm actually doing. Oh, I didn't expect that to go that way. Okay. Well, at least I get the concept. This is cute so far. Oop. Oh. It's the one problem. I just don't love not being able to see. I'm bad at this. It's okay. It's okay, though. Wait a couple moments. Good enough. Not going to jump into the ninja. I think what I want to do... Not sure what I want to do there yet. Yeah, this is a clever use of the concept for Stoplight. I like it better than the other ones so far. Minus the fact it's a dark level. I can't win them all. There we go. That was the obvious thing I was supposed to do. I think I did the thing I was supposed to do there. Hey. Okay. Well, that didn't help. Inappropriately. That's bad. I needed that dolphin way lower. Only problem with that kind of setup is, like, I needed to know what I needed to do before I could see it, I guess. But that's not a bad setup still. Nope, gotta wait. Wait for my dolphin buddy. I really need to stop jumping into that ninja. At least I think it's a ninja. It's kind of hard to tell from here. There we go. Do. What? Oh, whoops. I left right at there. What's up, newbie? How you doing? It's school? Well, focus on school. It's probably important. Or not. You never know with the class. VLDCX you're working on is going fine. Something happened yesterday? Oh, what happened? That dude's going well, though. I shouldn't keep dying to that. Oh. You know, it never occurred to me I could just come back here and get this. I kept looking up there, I'm like, why is there a mushroom in my box? Like, is there a carrot in the box? There is, in fact, no carrot in the box. Only being big actually helps here. In fact, it might be a bit of a liability. Why do I keep doing that? AmperSam reached out to Reiji when you were doing it. It seems they were willing to pick up the LDCX. Huh. Well, that's cool. I was unaware of that. Oops. So you're... I mean, you could make a competing one. That'd be pretty funny, at least. I'm not sure if I want this mushroom or not. Need to stop doing that. There we go. Oop. Oh. That's why it feels like it's moving me, because it's moving me. Don't think I'm doing that one right. Not involved. Did say that if you didn't do the thing, the project like had been dead due to the lack of interest. Enthusiasm and willingness to actually do it wins in the end. Well, for now, alright. Well, I look forward to seeing it. At least I think I'm understanding your message correctly. Okay. So, there's our box. To... Midway. There we go. It's pretty tough. Couldn't get past the beginning of it. How difficult? I mean, it's not that hard. It just takes some thought, and the dark room is irritating. Oh boy, RNG dolphins. Every player's favorite object. Alright, well this works better. That's so weird. I think that you actually get impacted by the tidal forces and other forces when this kind of thing is happening. Yeah, like, I'm fighting against the dolphins' movement. Interesting. You're seeing, yeah. Play it with the projector. Yeah, it is harder still, yep. This is a me problem, I'll be honest. But keep talking about it. Actually, I had a meeting today about East Coast job contract thingy. I need better positioning than this. I don't want to get back to the other side. Nope. Still considering what I'll do if in the event that that actually happens. So far, it's still been annoying and up in the air. Okay. Oh, hey, dolphins. Nobody likes you, RNG dolphins. I don't think I might have unknowingly done the right thing here. Crap, I can't see his tail. Steam powered and costs one. Oh, whoops. I don't like that particular start there. Like, this is a very cool concept, but I really do not like how the velocity stuff works with respect to the dolphins and the platforms, where, like, you're fighting the velocity of the platform while you're on it. Like, that's just weird that they turned to conveyor belts. Not really sure why. It doesn't feel like it was intended. Like, I can't even jump off that dolphin. Wait, right, the dolphins move. Don't like there being fake tide. I mean, I think it's there for the dolphins, really, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's a little weird. Like, look at that. Like, the way these behave is just bizarrely abhorrent. What's up, Naughty Q? How you doing? I can't really fix this problem. Alright. Nope. Sometimes you can spin jump through. And hope. That was not one of those times. The first part, I think I was on board for. I don't think I like the second part all that much. It's like, there's no way of really knowing what a dolphin is going to do when it starts moving again. So I'm kind of just at the mercy of this. Apparently all the dolphins... Dang it! All the dolphins wanted to spawn high there. ASM arrests the movement of sprites, but maintains their other functionality, like being a platform and moving Mario every frame. True. I mean, I think it's a choice. They could have chosen not to do that, I think. Let me just get through here without pausing the world. That might just be the easier play. Because the Dolphin RNG will be consistent whenever I respawn. So I don't get stuck there. That dolphin right there really does not want me jumping. Yeah, I want to land on that dolphin. Okay, is that what I wanted? Ah! Dang it, dolphins! Yeah, I like the first half of this. I'm not digging the second half. Mostly because dolphins suck. Anyway. Yeah, that was definitely a better strat. I don't think I like the intended strat there. Now, quick game of don't die because a dolphin picked you up. When you weren't expecting it. No one ever expects the RNG dolphin. Even though one really should. That's so weird. Ah. Okay. Ah. Dolphins! Okay. Is this a platform? What killed me? I think it was an urchin. Yeah, I just can't see most of what's going on in this level. Be my friend. No! Just get dolphined. Yeah, I don't like this. It mostly comes down to this pretty standard, I just don't care much for RNG aspects of things, and RNG dolphins are such a wonky thing to be dealing with, especially with the conveyor belt aspect. Like, I'm basically going to end up having to go through this level probably just trying to memorize what I'm supposed to be doing. There's a reason why RNG dolphins have stopped being, like, the meta in an awful lot of hacks. It's mostly because they're not fun. That's really it. Because, you know, what's fun is when you make a jump and you don't know what's going to happen. You just don't. Because the dolphin decided, yeah, I'm just going to do this time. Okay. Is this better? No, it's not! I hope the section isn't very long. I'm already getting tired of dolphin. Didn't want that. Yeah, I do think it was a conscious choice on the side of the hacker. Oh, I thought that'd actually work. Back to the RNG. Nope. RNG Super Koopa? Oh boy. Even less fun. And probably a vision of what's to come in this level, if we're at all honest with ourselves. Okay. Need to not do that. Wonder how long this section is. It's like the first area wasn't that long. I'm kind of hoping this isn't terribly long. Nope. Just grab the stage. It would be SMW athletic stages if they were dark. Yep. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, I'll work with that. I could have worked with that had I remembered where the platform was. Like, really, the game wants me to turn off the stuff. I really don't want to do that because it makes everything else less predictable. What's up, Tofa? How you doing? Yep, it's a fun one. Oh, whoops, I messed up the RNG for that. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, if it wasn't for the conveyor belt thing, if things actually paused, I think this would be fine. But the way it works is unpleasant. What's up, Fries? How you doing? We had a nice day yesterday. It was like actually no jacket weather for the first time in a long time. Went out and participated in a pinball tournament. Lost horribly and embarrassingly, honestly. Here we go. Like, okay, that dolphin's there. That dolphin's there. There's the urchin again. Last week, 80. Right now, below freezing. Oof. Been using shorts since last week. Oh, nice. Yeah, this type of weather period is, like, my least favorite. Because, like, it's not quite time for shorts yet. But it's not time for a jacket. So, like, I no longer have a good pocket to put my headphones in or anything. Because that's really what I like about wearing a jacket, is I like to have the extra pockets that I don't have to sit on. So, and then once you get into shorts weather, well, shorts have pockets and they're comfy and easy to wear. So, plenty of opportunity. Yeah, disappointing performance. I ended up on a game I'd never played before. Or had played once, I think. A while ago. Sweatpants? Never. I'm not a sweatpants man. I don't think it really solved my problem. Oh, what am I doing? I ended up on a machine I'd played once before, and dude, like, had an insane first ball. This is a 5-ball machine, too. And he got basically a third of the way towards rolling the machine, which was insane. Second one was another machine I played like once or twice, and one of the, so it was a big tournament, so they're having 4 people play at once, even though you were going head to head against somebody. But one of the other guys on the machine actually did roll it, which not too difficult. A 5-digit display, much smaller. I don't think I like those fishes where they are, so we're gonna wait and let them despawn naturally. And then finally I got Godzilla, and I just completely flubbed it. And the other guy had never played he played Godzilla before, but like he didn't really know much about it. He's like, I've never beaten a boss in this. I'm like, okay, I just couldn't get anything together. Okay, remember. Ah, no. No, that's a PB. And then he also had a great first ball. So like he ended up like 80 mil, which is not a bad score in Godzilla, and I ended up with like 20. I did not get any of the things I wanted done. So, since it was a 3 strikes tournament, I was out. Wandered off somewhere else, played some other pinball. Disappointed, because one of the machines I reported as broken is still broken. In a way that's deeply unpleasant. Oh. 2 of the ramps don't work. You kind of need those ramps to do stuff. Sometimes when a machine's broken, you can still do a lot with it, but... Anyway, I came back just in time for the grand finals, which was kind of cool. But that was about it. Happy with that? Platform here. Wait, okay, well, there's an urchin there. Thanks for good luck. How you doing, Howluta? Funky gimmick? Oh yeah, no, this is very much more of a QLDC level. Or at least it has been since we've spawned dolphins. Honestly, if it wasn't for the conveyor belt thing, I wouldn't complain. And if it wasn't for the dolphin thing, in fact, honestly, if there were not dolphins here, I'd be enjoying this level, I think. Like, the dolphins objectively make this more painful than it needs to be. Oh, whoops. Like, I was enjoying the first half, but the RNG dolphin thing just kind of blows. No pun intended. There's nothing quite like making a jump, thinking you're going to land it, and then not. Because a dolphin appeared out of nowhere. Looks fun? Eh. I disagree. And I'm the one playing. Nah. The way it works, because the dolphins still convey you forwards when the world's paused, it makes the game it makes it very weird feeling. And it's basically impossible to get off of a dolphin without jumping. Like, it's the combination of things just doesn't work very well. See, like this. 72-hour QLDC with the gimmick? Oh, maybe. It's been a long time since 72-hour QLDC. Or wait. I guess the last one was 72-hour, wasn't it? It was to show you where my burn's at. No, stop, dolphin! No! Stupid dolphins! Because, yeah, that's what I want. I want to... There we go. I see that ninja. Yeah, if it wasn't for that, I think the level would be fine. Like, but the combination of RNG dolphins and their conveyor belt nature is just unpleasant. I don't particularly like this gimmick. They didn't do that, be straightforward. I mean, yeah, it would be a good Mario level. Or they would have done the setups differently, so you really did need to be worrying more about how you want to tick on and off the timing with regards to the other objects in the level, and not merely the dolphins. Basically, the difficulty here just comes from the RNG-ness and difficulty of moving with the dolphin. Okay, what was this spot? I think there's a platform. Also, I can't see shit. Well, that's the end of the level, at least. So good. The section is at least kind of short. Yeah, some guy watched a playthrough of a level from CLDC, I think, recently, left a big comment. And apparently I missed a swear word in it. I was very disappointed in myself. I may have to change how I do the scrubbing for that, because what I thought worked... That's a dolphin. Ah, no. Best ideas? Go for it. I'm just grousing and talking about pinball, so I am perfectly happy to dedicate some mental cycles to something else. Okay. Not happy there. Didn't want to hit that. Urchin's in a really lousy spot. It's on the fence whether or not you go to Gen Con or in QLDC or QDC. GDQ. Ugh. My brain. Yeah, I definitely haven't done the right moves in terms of checking GDQ. Not enough free time, or just no gumption, or what have you. Dolphin! Anyone? Other ones? PAX is pretty good. I'm a fan. Since you're an East Coast, or closer to the East Coast than you are to the West Coast-ish, I'd say PAX Unplugged would probably be your speed. Like, tons of RPGs, and board games, and all sorts of other nonsense. A lot of Magic as well. That one's usually in November. Like, early November, or early December, late November. PAX would also probably be your speed, given that you like board games, and PAX has those as well. Ah, crap. GDQ ticket prices went up? Just literally go to Minneapolis to visit friends, but not GDQ. Gotcha. What are they presently at? Because, like, it's a week-long con, so, like, I can understand them needing to raise prices a little bit, because they were close to capacity last couple times. And as much as it sucks to raise prices, it's a good way to kind of fix your capacity problems. Doesn't feel good, of course, but 125 was it 85? That is actually a pretty steep increase. I'll grant you that. Like, generally speaking, I don't worry too much about, like, the actual tickets for a con if it's in Seattle, because, like, I'm not spending that much, relatively speaking. There's no hotel. If I count the $3 I spent to take the bus, you know, then it becomes still irrelevant. But when you're going across the country, the actual combination of prices matters a bit more. Ugh. I'm on the fence mostly because, like, as much fun as it would be, just I have too much uncertainty presently to be able to commit to anything right now. I'm trying to think if this is a workable... not what I wanted. Stupid dolphin. As for Gen Con, you loved it. The only thing is you don't feel you have the bandwidth to prep 3 games. Oh yeah, because you were getting like a freebie ticket by DMing, right? 3 games is a lot. I mean, I'd say, could you prep 1 game? And just run it 3 times, or variants thereof? Some of your friends are skipping. Love to go GQ, but they're not a non-profit business. You'd never go to a GDQ as they're not a non-profit business. Interesting. I just realized what happened there with the Dolphins. Could run the same as last year. Yeah, that's an option. Reduce your... severely reduce your prep time. And, you know, anyone who hasn't played them before, it's new to them. No! Dang it. If basically the contact thing had come through in early April as it was supposed to, this would be a lot easier. But right now it's not even looking like mid-May. There is a piece of paper saying that they are going to do something, which is lovely. But, like, insufficient to take action upon. Ugh. But yeah, I haven't made any real decisions either. I probably should get on it, though. Be easier to come later in the week instead of doing the full time, even though it would be really cool to go to the GDQ for a full week, which I still haven't done yet. Dolphin. Okay. Okay. This time will probably be approximately the same as it was last time. Oh, that's why the second tier is required. No. No? Those are urchins. Huh. Are you kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? It's the last spot to turn it... I can't turn it back on without going all the way back. Games you ran last year went well? Yeah, then I would say do that. Like, save yourself a little bit of time. Prep time, at least. How am I going to get past that part? It's literally just going to be an urchin orgy. Like, quite literally, the only reason I'm having any level of success is keeping the lights off entirely. And I have to turn them back on for the end. Which I couldn't from that position, which I also find to be kind of irritating. Like, I basically need to go all the way back because the Dolphins just weren't in position to do that. Like, I'm not enjoying the RNG aspect of this. I think I've made that abundantly clear. Like, about 90% of my attempts end because I just don't know what to do when the RNG has done something to me and I can't do anything about it. And seeing the ending was nice, but, like, that's not the same as beating it. Ah. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, thought I could do that. Can't turn on from that position, yeah. The very first puzzle in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is figuring out how to turn on the lights, because you are severely hungover. Which I think is kind of funny. Not a great adventure game, text adventure game. Okay. No! Ugh! I almost had that light on. That's been consistent enough. Ah! Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I'd like to go to GDQ, but like I said, it's the uncertainty thing here with the stupid contract. I have a meeting about it today, which was a little bit embarrassing. I got called at 2:30, and person asked, "Hey, why aren't you in the meeting?" I'm like, "Oh, because I completely forgot there was one, and I was sleeping." My bad sleep schedule, once again, not helping myself in this universe. Ah! No, I'm a dolphin. Finished second playthrough of Disco Elysium recently, and did a drunk hobo cop run. His hangovers were something. I just have to say, what? Never played Disco Elysium. Only heard vague things like the people who made it were like communists or something, but like Eastern European communists, so it's funnier. That's all I understand out of that. Distracted because you're at work? Do you miss any key details? About the level, or about my current plans, or what Fries is talking about? But also fair, you're at work. Gotta do work at work. I'm mostly just grousing for the sake of grousing. Okay, nope. Yeah, the second half sucks. I don't see anything redeeming here. I don't like being at the whims of the RNG dolphins. I think the gimmick itself is fine, minus the implementation details. With just the dolphins or weird conveyor belt nonsense, I could deal with this, but the fact that it's both really is irritating. I don't feel I have much control over what's happening. And I don't, because it's RNG. Pros and cons. Oh yeah, no. Like I said, I'm still hoping for GDQ, but it's going to depend upon some stuff, and it'll probably come down to when will be the issue. Probably later in the week, but we'll see. Not what I meant to do, but I can work with it. No, I can't work with that. I can't see. Because like I said, I need the certainty of knowing where the hell I'm going in this month. That's the really big problem with this particular contract, is just the unknown unknown. The known part is good. I will make a lot of money. And I don't mind going and doing some travel for work. There's some benefits and downsides to it, but... upsides and downsides. Okay, I cannot do this part without proccing that. Those move left and right? I expected them to move up and down. Mothership at GenCon was great. I don't know. I've never heard Mothership. There's a lot of games, RPGs I haven't heard of. I do think that if and when I go out to the East Coast, if it's going to be a while, I'm going to take some consoles and stuff and see about grabbing a CRT to play on. Like, 'cause I don't need the world's best CRT to play some games on Twitch. I just need a CRT. Because, like, I can't play on, like, a friggin' HDMI, whatever, upscaling, nonsense, garbage LCD. That's just a non-starter. But, like, a garbage CRT is still a CRT at the end of the day. Ah, crap. Death in Luxor? What's up, Heat Dude? How you doing? At least I'm not dying in this part anymore. Terrible? Ah, sucks to hear. I'm not having the best time right now either. I don't really like this level, and I dislike the ending intently. In fact, I remember back in the first half when I had a mushroom, and how nice that was briefly. Briefly. Want that? Don't want that either. Call of Cthulhu? Kinda like that. Never gotten to play Cthulhu. I always thought a horror game would be kind of fun to play, but also, like, my suspension of disbelief is not great. Ah, for Pete's sake. Couldn't even see that. Why is there no Carl of Narulepp? Well, it's really easy. The problem is Narulepp's call requires, like, 8 tongues, and I simply do not have enough. Whereas the Call of Cthulhu just kind of sounds a bit like a bull moose. It's definitely not as hard to imitate. Okay. I was really happy with the setup before I jumped, and now I'm not. No, the only thing more terrifying than the Call of Cthulhu is the Collect Call of Cthulhu. Because then you're actually, like, paying for your own damnation, and that kind of sucks. Like, if I'm gonna end up getting eaten by a cosmic horror, at least I don't want to have to pay for it myself. I've been reading a book about freaking, which has been kind of fun. My personal favorite part about it, without a doubt, is, like, half of it is people explaining, like, how they, you know, got into messing with the phone system. And about half of them so far basically, oh yeah, I was at the library one day and there was a book entitled How Phone Systems Work. And so I read it. Turns out this made it rather difficult for the FBI to prosecute people because telling people how stuff works kind of makes it less of a crime. Also, there weren't any reasonable statutes to prosecute people under until much later. And AT&T's first attempt did not go well. Ah, crap. Summon all the people. Fake, that's why I was telling you to think. Go to hell, I'm just gonna say, alright. Well, I hope things turn around. Otherwise, book's been interesting so far. Still no mention of Captain Crunch, the classic whistle thing. Basically, the primary weakness of the phone system for the longest time was that it did in-band signaling. Which is to say that all of the important control signals were also transmitted just as the voice stuff was, on the same line. Just on weird frequencies, it'd make it more difficult for people to do anything on. And they just hadn't even considered, what if someone could hit 2600, the frequency? Since that was the frequency used for, like, starting control signals. Dagnabbit. Later on, of course, there were other things people found for whistling. The Captain Crunch whistle made the noise of, I dropped a quarter into this machine. Quarter? Dime? Nickel? Some amount of money into this machine. They even mentioned this was actually kind of funny. One of the judges, they're trying to prosecute somebody, and they wanted, like, actual jail time. And the judge was like, you know, back in our day, we used to freeze water in the shape of nickels to get free phone calls. I don't see how I can prosecute him under anything more harsh than what we got as kids for just stealing a phone call. Which is pretty hilarious, in all honesty. I'm in a real... This is a bad state. I have to go back. But I can't go back. I can go back. Fish. It is kind of amazing that the, like, a ice slug would have worked. Play anything fun lately? Oh, good question. I played Pokemon recently. Otherwise, just some pinball. And nothing really new. I guess Pokemon's still, like, the big new thing. And it's okay. I don't love it. The layout's kind of simple. I'm not, like, a huge fan of the woohoo bash toy thing. The modes are nothing to write home about yet. It's early in its code, so maybe it'll get better, but, like, right now I'm just like, it's new. Oh, pfft. Fair enough. Other than that, what have I played that would have been new? No, I haven't played anything new recently. With my... I'm planning on playing something interesting tomorrow, hopefully. Assuming I don't get distracted and lose track of time and whatnot. Tomorrow's Earth Day, and I always like to do something wacky for certain types of days, and so I had a few things lined up that would be kind of fun to put on the Windows 98 machine and play. We will see. Nothing good that's going to be as good as EcoQuest or Operation Weather Disaster, because those games were fantastic and insane. Eco Nightmare with the low-rent Jack Black. The Garbage Man! I'm so sick of the weather being so nice. I'm gonna take control of the weather using ancient Atlantean technology. Okay. Made by the Learning Channel. If I can get under there, that'd be great. Anyway, there's one that I've, like, thought about playing, but as a gag, but I'm not sure if I want to. It mostly would only be relevant because of a vague thematic reason and the fact that it has the word Earth in it. But, like, trying to find any more, like, crazy environmental games, like, there just aren't that many. Aside from, I mean, I could obviously play Awesome Possum Kicks Dr. Machino's Butt, which is basically the Fern Gully version of Sonic the Hedgehog. But I don't want to. Time to go out to Seattle. That's a good place. I'm a fan. Especially in summer. Summer is when you cannot beat Seattle. I was thinking about, like, oh man, if I go to the East Coast in, like, May, I'm gonna end up missing the beautiful weather. You know, one of the few reasons I still live here. Up the border, visit Canada. It's not that far as the crow flies. I want to say Canada's about 2 hours north by car. Longer if you're taking the bus. I don't know how long it takes to take a bus to do that. I've never done it. But I'm pretty... There's also the train. The train kind of works sometimes. It's not a very good train, though. I mean, the views are nice, but the train itself is never on time and frequently has issues with, like, rock slides. Ah! Which is why it's never on time. Consarn it! Been at this for 40 minutes. I'm vaguely tempted just to cheat my way to the end, because I'm just, like, not enjoying this. I'm just at the whims of the RNG gods in terms of what I need, aside from this very, very beginning part. And I think I've played enough of this to say that I don't like it. Like, I do not like the style of play. I don't like the gimmick. I can appreciate the creativity. I just don't think these things have combined well. Are there any dolphins? There's a dolphin in a good position over there. Would I have been able to make this work? I don't know. Stupid Geodudes. Friends on an island. Oh, nice. PAX is in winter. Don't think what if it's Canada winter. Okay, so PAX, the original, the OG PAX, they used to call it PAX Prime, but they made the people on the East Coast sad. PAX West is in summer. So PAX West is in August. It's basically always on Labor Day, or thereabouts. PAX Unplugged, which happens in Philly, is in winter. So those are not incompatible ideas. Going to PAX, regular old PAX. PAX Prime, what we want to call it. Why'd I do that? Please turn up the brightness. There's only so much brightness I can do, and I don't think that the brightness is really the problem at this point. I know the shape of the level well enough that I'm not running into things, and I will admit some of my lack of enjoyment is probably coming from the fact that I couldn't see the level for a while. But most of my unenjoyment is now coming from the fact that I'm dealing with RNG dolphins that function as incredibly fast conveyor belts. This is gonna turn out to, like, be by G-Breeze or something. Not G-Breeze. Furpy or something. It's kind of Furpy-ish level. Maybe. PAX West is in September? Yeah, it's at the end of August. That's why I mean, like, it's Labor Day weekend, so that moves a little bit. But yeah, PAX West is a good time. It's got all of the stuff, like pretty much every NerdCon. It's got all of the NerdCon DNA in under one roof, really, is what that is. I went to one of the first ones, back when it was in Bellevue. My sister wanted to, me and my sister both liked Red vs. Blue when they were doing a panel on machinima and stuff. And so I went and saw that. That was when it was in the Maidenbauer Center, which I hadn't been to... Actually, I was there last year for the Chocolate Festival. But otherwise, I have very few reasons to go. If I ever end up in Bellevue, I always go to Mediterranean Kitchen if I can get around to it. I had to convince Fiskbit and Friend to go, because it's got really good food. Like, their chicken wings are to die for. The Farmer's Dish, which now has a different name for legal reasons. Completely forgotten who made this until you checked. Well, don't tell me the answer. But like I said, I have a vague premonition here. Maybe it's not Furpy, I don't know. I think in general, I think this is the first one I've been like, I just don't want to keep playing this. I'm not having fun. And, like, it's all just RNG. Will the dolphins be in a spot where I can actually do the thing I need to do? I don't know. I have to wait for the urchins and have the light on at that spot without dying. That's the key and difficult part. Oh, actually, that's a good setup. That's less than ideal. Like, I really wish there was a way to proc from the side. Can I make that jump? No. What's up, Matt? Like, I kind of want to just cheat myself a single mushroom or something, but, like, clearly the reason there's no mushroom on this side is because you could just bounce through the urchins and be done with it. Which is still kind of a dick move, in all honesty. Like, at least this part's short, kinda. But yeah, no, I don't mind. Seattle in summer, it's nice. DC in summer, I don't like, because it's the South, and that means it's freaking hot. Like, last time I was there in, like, July or something, I had an appointment to go see somebody, and it turned out that they were so close to my my folks' place, I was just like, yeah, it's only like a couple miles. I'll walk home. Terrible decision. When I got there, they had the freaking heater on. It was like 90 degrees outside. It's like, please, please turn on the AC or I will die. Just utterly inexplicable sometimes. Okay, nope. But yeah, I mean, the nice thing is like, East Coast, most places have air conditioning. Seattle's unique in that it never had harsh enough summers until recently to justify having air conditioning. So, like, it was very much a luxury thing. Some people would have it, but most people went without, and I don't have it to this day. Squiggles has it. But I think of all my friends, he might be the only one. Maybe Hammer, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the DM doesn't have it. That was the other thing I did this week. We did puzzles. We finally solved one of the friggin' metas. In Puzzle Boat 7. 8? 7. We solved Othello. DM figured out and started correlating the answers we had. Because it was an obvious... So the issue with an awful lot of foggy hunts is you need to figure out which puzzles go to which metas, and that's part of the puzzle itself. But since it was named Othello, and we had answers such as Banquo, it was kind of obvious. So then he had to figure out what to do with that information. And eventually he got it. He correlated each of the characters to a specific... There was a character that was in a specific Shakespeare play, correlated the character to the play by matching it to the players from the top player mat section of the game pieces area, which kind of worked and kind of didn't, but it was close enough. And he's like, what do I do now? And I look at the description, I'm like, oh, you do exactly this. He's like, oh, okay. And it worked. So, be quite expensive. How much is it? I haven't looked in a while. It is a 4-day convention. But yeah. What is it actually? It'd be harder for me to look this up. Went to a convention center in Chicago called McCormick Place for a restaurant show. Went there because it was the special school you went to. Worked in kitchen and janitorial. Got to try lots of food. Oh, sounds nice. Convention centers in your area. Had a friend who goes to Comic-Con a lot. $250. Ah, yeah, it's gone up. It's also gone up a bit. I wonder what it was like 3 years ago. I think I've been to McCormick Place. I went to the Comic-Con, the Chicago Comic-Con a couple years ago because my sister and her friends were going. I was like, yeah, why not? I haven't been there. Of course, didn't actually see anything outside of the convention center. But I've been to Chicago once before and saw the major tourist attractions. The Willis Tower, that's pronounced Sears because, yeah, it's dumb. And the Big Old Bean. So, I still have been to Philadelphia on a number of occasions and have not gone to the art museum so I can run up the stairs. Instead of look at the art. You don't look at the art at the Philly Art Museum. You just run up the stairs. Damn it. Not that far from Chicago. Look, one's close. Yeah, you should look for there's an official, like, Comic-Con. It's the big one for cosplay. That's where they do, like, the regional or country championship. And so that one's quite the hullabaloo, cosplay-wise. But I'm also, like, Comic-Con's probably, like, lower on my list of cons I really enjoy. Thought they had some cool stuff at Chicago Comic-Con? I mean, yeah. The thing about it is, like, when it comes to cons, you kind of need to know what you want to get out of a con to really enjoy it. Which is one of the reasons I don't really go to anime cons. Like, I'm not a celebrity person. So, like, my sister and her friends, like, they like to get signatures sometimes. One of her friends is really big into getting signatures. So we, like, get signatures for... Like, gets signatures for all his comics and stuff. And they met, Mark Ruffalo at Chicago Comic-Con. I asked them if they would... I wanted to know if Mark Ruffalo knows about the Ordinary Sausage Man and his Ruffalo system of blowing. Because whenever he does a will it blow to clear out the sausage stuffing tube, he ranks it in terms of Mark Ruffalo's. I don't know why he does this. I don't think he even knows why he does this at this point in time. I was curious if Mark Ruffalo himself knew about this. Okay, I found a strat there, so that's nice. Oh, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. It hates me. Yes! I'm out! If there's any stupid trick here, I'm not playing that again. Ugh. It was a long-ass level for it being so short. I feel like this should be a tell. Like, I should remember who actually just does this, who puts their puts their levels on an empty world map that's just water. I feel like I could figure out, like, who this might be based on that fact alone. Anyway, Philly Art Museum. Oh yeah, I just haven't been. I've always been busy when I go to Philly. Freedom, thanks to GG's. Subswim. Comic in New York? Oh, I've been to New York. My sister says it's quite good. Cosplay's fun, but not a big thing. Don't do it and wouldn't pay money just to see it. Yeah. I mean, they also broadcast, though, so you can actually just go watch it online. There's value in being able to, like, go up close and see these things, but yeah. Like I say, with Comic-Cons, you need to know what you're getting out of them. With PAX, I know what I'm getting out of them. I'm playing a lot of cool indie games. That's my thing. For GDQ, it's mostly hanging out in the practice room and shooting the shit with Mario people and working on projects, because it's a very lab-based environment where people, like, look over your shoulder and say, hey, that's cool, what are you doing? And you can just talk about stuff that way. For other cons, it's a little bit harder to specify what I'm trying to get out of it. That's why I don't go to them. Anyway. Let's go and finish. Let's get into the level, I guess. It's probably not going to work because layer 3's on. That's right, it's using layer 3 darkness. So just more darkness. Oh no, it worked. Okay, cool. We got rid of the tide, but it worked. Yeah, that level. Laid back GDQ. Oh yeah, no, it's so chill. It's also like there's not a whole lot you have to do at GDQ. Like it's just chill. It's what, Stoplight? I'll double check. But yeah, I don't think I like this level. I think that the gimmick worked well in the first half, where like the important part is timing your on-off carefully to sort of solve the movement puzzle. The second half was just sort of RNG bullshit, and I'm just not there for it. Add in the fact you have like the weird conveyor stuff, which I felt wasn't an issue on some of these. Like this dolphin. He behaves normally. He doesn't shove you anywhere. Like, why does this dolphin behave that way and the other ones don't? Because he still has... Maybe because he hasn't spawned in yet. Maybe that's it. It's like if I were to hit that again afterwards and then jump back on the dolphin, he would have that property? Yeah, okay, that's why. Answers that question. Have to go to Portland Retro Expo. That one's fun, but it's mostly like a swap meet. But there are some Mario people who've gone to those. Gen Con was not chill the way you did it. Running from event to event. Huh. Yeah, it would be cool. Anyway, yeah, long story short, between being a dark level and the RNG bullshit at the end, I just wasn't a huge fan. It's well made for what it is. It's just not my thing.